welcome to review time, and I am your host, Islip. Anyway, I'm going to be reviewing The Revenge of the Fallen Bruticus Maximus repaint with a twist. See, I've got these guys out because I bought the upset grade. I bought the upgrade set, and that's basically why I brought them out. I know I already did a review on these guys, so I'm not really going to waste time on them much. This is them in their robot modes. Before the upgrade, we'll go with, this is Vortex. Brawl. Swindle. Blast Off. And Onslaught, who gets no weapons. Sorry. And again in vehicle mode. Here is Vortex. Let's put this down. So there is Vortex with his energon weapon. Pew pew. Here is Brawl in his tank mode with his energon weapon, which is supposed to have like a satellite at the back. And pew pew. Here is Swindle with his energon weapon, and I like to switch it up with the helicopters so that they have it, differently. But yeah, so little rotation there, pew pew. Blast Off. Not really much I could do here. Maybe lift these up so they'd be different angled. So there we go. Tank, pew pew, pew pew. And Onslaught. In this mode, he gets those rocket launcher things up there. So pew 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 pew. Now, let's see. You go over here. You here. You there. And you there. Now, the reason why, well, in the show, the parts that make up the arm and the legs don't even have personalities or names. He's just called Bruticus Maximus. The main parts of the three combiners, just the body, is the only one that actually has a personality. These are just interchangeable drone limbs, which can and do get destroyed and swapped out like nothing. So, now the colors seem to be fairly close to what they should be, I guess, but these two here, they just kind of throw the whole set off. Why? Well, let's see. This is supposed to be Blast Off, and G1 Blast Off was a space shuttle type deal. And this is not a space shuttle or whatever. This guy, Swindle, is supposed to be a Jeep. That don't look like no Jeeps to me, man. So, yeah, I kind of understand what they were trying to get at, with the whole make everything the same, he's, Scramble City kind of thing, but, I mean, it's still not a bad set. If you had the chance to get this and you pass it up, well, shame on you for doing so. So, alright, I want to do combine mode now. Alright, and here he is in his gestalt mode. And focus. And he is one ugly bastard. I mean, seriously, Hasbro, you had one of the best gestalts ever, and you bring him back and you turn him into this Quasimodo piece of crap. He's got this two-fingered claw thing here. At least he's got a hand over here. A glowing hand made of energon. He's got funky toed feet. You can't stand him quite straight up because his legs knock together. He's got one helicopter, one tank, one helicopter. Seriously? Anyway, before I complain some more, let's put this down here, and I'll show you. He's got 360 degrees, arms moving in and out, same thing over here. No hand articulation. He can move his leg like that. He can bend his knees, and waist turns and head turns. And that's pretty much it. And, you know, luckily, you can swap the limbs around like the Scramble City Transformers. Like the G1 style, where you can put the arms as legs and legs as arms. Let me just give you a close-up of Bruticus Maximus's face. It's not a bad sculpt, but really, it's I don't know. It's like they tried to mix Bruticus and Darth Vader's face together and then just added horns just to say, hey, you know. There's light piping. Let's see if I can get some of it. You can see already that the energon bits are glowing. And there we go. Right there. That's pretty good. Alright, so give me a minute and I'll show you how I used to transform him before I had the upgrade set. Don't worry, I'm getting to the upgrade set soon. Hold on. Alright, and then there's this way. This is the way I used to do it. This way he's got his two big old hands. He's kind of thickly built out in his chest, his shoulders, his arms. I mean, they're a little short, his arms, compared to the rest of them. Let's see if I can pull out enough for you to... Whoops. Sun's kind of going down, so I got to make this quick because I got to bring my light in. But yeah, like that. Oh, and I would leave this like this to give it a more G1 Bruticus look. So, he balances okay, but you just can't do too much with him. Pieces fall apart and whatever, and so yeah. There's other ways you just use your imagination. You can get other ways out of it. I was just giving you an example. Now let's go on to the meat and potatoes of this thing, the upgrade set. All right, so here are the boxes for Explorer and Munitioner, which are the two add-on sets you get. This is obviously an homage to Blastoff, the original space shuttle dude. And this is an homage to Swindle, now labeled Munitioner and Explorer. And all sorts of cool artwork on here. As if, you know, I mean, in case you... I mean, there's a good chance that maybe you've never watched, I don't know, PR's videos or Blonghole's videos especially, or Evangelist videos, but in case you hadn't, here are the boxes, and you see the tops. There's the side of that one. Warning! Suitable for persons over 16 years old. Yeah. And a cool feature that most people may already know or not is you can stack the boxes together. This one has the top of the thing, and here's the bottom. If you stack them together, you get a whole sort of big box. Sorry about the lighting. I know it's awkward. The sun basically went down, so using that light right there to illuminate everything. But yeah, so there's that, and you see all the bits he comes with, and the bits that he comes with, and you could probably get it with just ordering this guy, and you get most of the bits you'll need to make the Bruticus add-on, and Well, I'll post some pics at the end, and I'll let you know what my experiments show. Anyway, so let's bring everybody back to the party. I'm gonna start with Vortex, now upgraded. See, he's got the and you can see the light piping is really working. Let's bring this guy up a little bit more. Look at that. Did you see? Did you see? Did you see? Where? Let me catch the. See if I can catch that again. I had it perfect. But the light piping hit and it was like fire. That was awesome. Anyway, so he gets upgraded. He gets shoulder-mounted rocket launchers and this big old gun doohickey. And otherwise, he doesn't really change very much. So let's get him over here. Next, we've got Brawl, and let's do the light piping again. Come on, focus. See the light piping? No light piping? Light piping. So yeah, he gets this. I'm not sure what this thingy is, but it sort of looks a little bit like the things on his, you know. He gets that, which he can't really shoot forward. He can only shoot to the side, which clearly has a hand in it. But, you know, whatever. And a big old gun. On top of all the guns he already had. So, we'll put you over there. Before I forget, he does get one of those handgun thingies, like Brawl did. So he gets one too. Go from the side, and we'll go with the main man. And here is Onslaught. He gets this big old gun. Lots of weapon love. He gets this big old gun. He's got that humongous cannon. And these are very fiddly, but they don't stay. The posts to hook them don't stay in very well. They're not very big. But he gets upgraded with, like, missile pods. And like the other dudes, he gets awesome light piping too. Running out of space here. Let's put you over here. Next, we'll go with Explorer. He comes with a, oh, actually he doesn't come, does he come with the gun? I don't think he comes with the bit for the gun. He might, but anyway, he comes with this cleaver, which clearly is a knife or sword folded up. And he's got this gun. Let's go like this. He's got no light piping. His eyes are painted on. He doesn't have a port for an energon star, which is okay. He's got lots and lots of detail. And a G1-esque head. And by that, I don't mean that it looks accurate to the G1. I just mean that it feels like it's G1. It's got that blocky, almost like it could plug into something head. And his little cleaver does fold out. And for a scout or a deluxe size figure, it makes a sword. For anything bigger, well, it makes something not quite so big. So I'll move him out of the way. And here we go with the Munitioner, which is obviously Swindle. In my eyes, they didn't quite get the eyes quite right, but it still looks okay. And he's got his gun right here, which is part of the Hummer mode he's got, and then he's got this big old gun here. So, whoops, he's falling backwards. So now you're probably asking, well, what did you do with the other two that you replaced? Good question. They get an upgrade too, albeit not quite as good as the other guys. So I just take all their weapons and I put all the helicopter weapons on the one guy, and now he is massively armed with fingers. No, with lasers or whatever. And here we go with the light piping. And even the energon stuff lights up. So, and here goes the last dude, the guy who was blast off. There's the light piping, and he gets, you know, the two big whatevers. And here you have the whole upgrade. Start with the head. You get a whole new head and a whole new piece down there. And the head just kind of pulls off like this. And that's kind of the same post that they use for the, whoops, City Commander head. So I'm thinking, you know, there's a, you know, you could switch it out if you want to. There's a giant gun. His legs, which no longer look ridiculous because he's got feet, which I think they still open up. Yeah, and they still open up, and you can still have missiles firing from it. There's the big old blade that is now just a sort of like a Bowie knife kind of thing. It's like a cross between a Bowie knife and a machete. So let's get the whole figure into frame, which is actually really hard to do because the thing is so blasted huge. But yeah, so there are lots of there's military options. Well, there's lots of options. You can post these down like this, have them shooting like that. Give me a second. You can put those back up here. If you want something not so bulky, take this and turn that a little, whoops, not the whole thing. Unfortunately, that's one of the problems I have with this. The pack doesn't plug in very well in the back. It's one plugs, you'll see. It doesn't quite plug in as well as it should, but it's a small gripe. You know, just don't mess with it too much and you'll be okay. There we go. And you can just take one of these off. Sorry about that, battery died. But yeah, you can take these, plug them in, and you got shotguns. Bang, bang, pow, pow. So, yeah. Let's get the light and see if I can move this over just a little bit. So yeah, you can see he's pretty cool. He's pretty nice and very G1-y, and that's too much shadow. But yeah, let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. But yeah, I know there's a lot of shadows there, and I'm sorry guys, but it's dark. I mean, it looks cool, it looks nice, but not very functional for... anyway, size comparison. There is a regular Generations Legend size, not Legend, deluxe size figure. See, there's Cup. I wonder if he has any light piping. Yeah, he has a little light piping, but his backpack kind of gets in the way. Yeah. So you can see he's roughly twice the height of a normal, a little more than twice the height of a normal figure. And is he worth the amount of money they're asking for? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I mean, the extra bits are worth the amount of money. Paying like $100 for a figure set that I got for like $35, that makes no sense to me. But since you can't find them anymore, yeah. And will this set work with the regular Energon colored figures? Well, it'll work. I'm not exactly sure how good those will look, but whoops. they will work. So I'm of course going to post pictures at the end of all these guys in vehicle mode because in upgraded vehicle mode, because I obviously did not do that. But yeah, I kind of ran out of time. So anyway, this has been Islip saying thank you for watching. And if you've got this, if you've got the core set, if you've got the Bruticus Maximus set, either one of them, and you want a nice little upgrade, that's an awesome upgrade set right there. And Fansproject is coming out with a white one of these and a different color one of these. So that would probably go with the Bruticus Maximus Energon colors better. I don't know. But anyway, Islip saying get